back to my channel. Today we are going to practice and get a badge. We are going to get another badge. There is a new one. I'm going to show you now. These are the courses on AWS Educate. Don't forget to go and practice on AWS Educate. There are lots of lab sessions and there are badges as well. There are builder labs that we practiced earlier. If you haven't seen them, you can go back on my previous videos. I have done, there was storage badge, Amazon getting started with storage. Now there is compute and networking badge as well. There are more to come. Let me show you. Compute is here. We are going to do the compute, getting started with compute badge today. We are going to get the badge, and after getting the badge, we can have them in our LinkedIn profile. We can connect with Credly, and it comes to our LinkedIn profile as well. And we are going to do the networking next, but for today we are going to start with compute, and after these other badges are coming, we will do them together as well. But let's have what is available for now, and this is the one with getting started with compute pre-course survey. I've done that already. It's going to be a training module where we can learn about the compute. The training part is now completed, and we are going to do the lab together. The training took about 2 hours, much longer than I expected, but it went deeper to EC2 and more details about compute, so I think it was very beneficial for me. Now we are going to launch EC2 instance with termination protection turned on. Monitor our EC2 instance, modify security group that web servers is using, allow HTTP access, connect to EC2 instance by using AWS System Manager Fleet Manager, manage the state of EC2 instance, change your EC2 instance type, test termination protection, and explore Amazon EC2 limits. We are going to start the lab and wait until the lab starts. Tips and tricks. We have done this before, so we should be able to manage that. And basics. Getting started. Duration is 60 minutes. I'm going to now start the lab. The lab is ready. Let's open the console. Okay, I will take this out and get started. Okay, launching your EC2 instance. In the AWS Management Console, we go to, I'm going to type it here, I couldn't see it down there, instances, launch instance, name your instance, what shall we name? Using text, you can categorize your AWS resources differently, for example, purpose, owner of or environment. Name and text pane, name the text box web server. Name one, let's name it name one. In the name and text, enter web server, name and text. Did I miss them? Add additional text. In the name and text pane, in the name text box, enter web server. Is it the name? This is name, okay. Add another tag. In the name text box, enter web server. Here, value, is it origin? Choose add additional tags link from the resource types drop-down list. Select instances and volumes. Instances and volumes. Okay. Choose an Amazon machine image. It is here. Machine image. It's going to be a Windows Server. Locate application iOS images Amazon machine section. Okay. Load the name tags. In the search box, enter Windows Server base. Here. Okay, and select this one. So machine image is selected. Confirm changes. It's okay. Choose an instance type. CPU memory instance type will be 2. I'm not going to change that. Okay. Configure a key pair. Amazon uses public key pair cryptography to encrypt and decrypt login information. Key pair login, key pair name required drop-down list. Choose proceed without a key pair. Okay. Configure the network settings. Use this pane to configure network settings. In the network settings, edit. VPC required drop-down list. Choose lab VPC. Security group name required on the security group name required web server. Create security group. Okay. VPC lab VPC. 2 public subnets into different availability zones. Okay. Now the security group acts as a virtual firewall that controls the traffic for one or more instances. When you launch an instance, you associate one or more security groups with the instance. You add rules to each security group that allows traffic to or from its associated instances. You can modify the rules for security group at any time. The new rules are automatically applied to all instances that are associated with security group. In this lab, you do not log into any instance using RDP client. Removing public access to RDP port improves the security of the instance. To delete the existing RDP rules, select Security Group Rule 1, choose Remove. In here, Security Group Rules, remove this one. Okay. Add storage. We need to add storage now. EC2 instance using default 30 GB 30. Keep the default storage configuration and configure storage section. Configure advanced settings, advanced details. For IAM instance profile, choose the role that lab instance profile in the name. IAM instance profile. On the domain, here, lab. This is the lab instance profile. When you no longer require EC2 instance, you can terminate it, which means that the instance stops and EC2 releases the instance resources. You cannot restart the terminated instance. From the termination protection dropdown, is select enable termination protection enable. Okay. When you launch an instance Amazon EC2, you have the option of passing user data to instance. These commands can be used to perform common automated configuration tasks and even run scripts after the instance starts. Copy the following commands and pass them into the user data text box. Okay, let's just here down. The script does the following: installs a Microsoft Internet Information Services web server, creates a simple website, sets a password for the administrator user. Launch an instance. In the summary section, choose launch. Now we are done with the instance and launching. View all instances, pending state, and then it will go to running state. Next to the web server, select check and the details. I'm going to go to instances on the web server. It's still probably pending, yes. And details, security, networking tabs. It should both be showing running and checks passed. It's still not checked. I'm going to refresh, but still not created. Monitor your instance. Choose the status checks tab. In a minute. And I'm just going to wait until this is completely running and initializing. Okay, after waiting for a while and refreshed, and it's now passed, 2 checks are passed. We are going to do the monitoring now. Monitoring is an important part of maintaining the reliability, availability, and performance of EC2 instance and your AWS solutions. Choose the status checks tab. I'm going to select and status checks. With instance status monitoring, you can quickly determine whether Amazon EC2 has detected any problems that might prevent your instance from running applications. Amazon EC2 performs automated checks on every running EC2 instance to identify hardware and software issues. Notice that both system reachability and instance reachability checks have passed. System and instance. Choose monitoring tab. Monitoring here. Okay. CloudWatch metrics for your instance. Currently, there are not many metrics, nothing at all. You can turn a detailed 1-minute monitoring. Basically, normally it's 5 minutes. There are lots of monitoring screens. At the top of the page, choose Actions drop-down, select Monitor and Troubleshoot Get System Actions, Monitor and Troubleshoot, and Get System Log. The system log displays the console output of the instance, which is a valuable tool for problem diagnosis. It's especially useful for troubleshooting service configuration issues that could cause an instance to terminate or become unreachable. If you do not see a system log, wait a few minutes and try again. Scroll to the log and review the messages in the output. To return to Amazon EC2 dashboard, choose Cancel. Choose Connect to button to start session. Okay, we now canceled web server, selected actions. Here selected actions. Monitor and get instance screenshot. Monitor and troubleshoot, get instance screenshot. Okay. If you are unable to reach your instance via SSH or RDP, you can capture a screenshot of your instance and view it as an image. This option provides visibility about the status of the instance for quicker troubleshooting. At the bottom of the page, choose Cancel. Updating your security group and accessing the web server. Now we are going to select checkbox EC2 web server. And then choose details. Details is here. Copy public IP address. Okay. In your browser, open a tab. Why is it taking so long? You are not currently able to access your web server because the security group is not permitting inbound traffic to on port 80, which is used for HTTP web requests. This step is a demonstration of how to use a security group as a firewall to restrict the network traffic that is allowed in and out of an instance. So EC2 management console, we are going to select security groups. Here somewhere in the network part, select web server security group, this one, checkbox. Choose inbound rules, and edit inbound rules. We are going to add HTTP, add rule, HTTP, anywhere IP, 0, and save the rule. Now we are going to refresh the page. Welcome, students. If the website is not loading, verify that the URL address bar begins with HTTP. Connecting to your instance using AWS System Manager Fleet Manager. With the Fleet Manager capability of AWS Systems Manager, you can remotely manage and configure your managed nodes. A managed node is any machine configured for System Manager. When you started this lab, your AWS user was automatically given permission to use System Manager. In addition, AWS Identity and Access Management policy that you selected when configuring EC2 instance turned on Systems Manager for your web server instance. One convenient feature of Fleet Manager is the ability to connect to your EC2 instance using a browser. In this class, you connect to Windows Desktop using Fleet Manager. System on the services, System Manager, Systems Manager. In the left navigation pane, select Fleet Manager. Under Manager nodes, select here Fleet Manager. Manager web server instance. From Node Action drop-down list, choose Connect with Remote Desktop. Action Management. Connect with Node Actions here. Connect with Remote Desktop. A new tab opens. Enter the following values: administrator, username, and password. And choose Connect. After several seconds, the pane displays the Windows desktop you can create. You can navigate this desktop just you would on a local computer, as you learned earlier. With Amazon EC2, you can quickly access compute resources. Instead of buying physical hardware and configuring an operating system, all you have to do is launch an EC2 instance, and all of work is done for you automatically in minutes. To disconnect from web server instance, choose End Session. Okay. End Session. Resizing your instance. As your needs change, you might find that your instance is overutilized, too small, or underutilized, too large. If so, you can change the instance type. For example, if T2 micro instance is too small, we can change it to M5 medium. We need to stop the instance. We are going to go back to EC2. Instances. Actions. Instance state, stop instance, instance state, stop instance. So this web page should not be available right now. Stop instance is stopped now. On the web server, actions, instance settings. Create this. Change instance type. Instance settings. It's not showing, so it's probably not stopped yet. I'm going to refresh and see. So we need to wait until it's completely stopped. Okay, now it shows stopped on the actions, instance settings. I didn't select it. Instance settings, change instance type to T2 to micro to nano. T nano and apply. You are restricted from using other instance types in this lab. Okay, start resized instance. Instances, we are going to back. We are on the instances right now. Instance state. Start the instance. Let's see, it's still pending until it's running. Testing the termination. In the web server checkbox, instance state terminate. Let me see first if it starts running. Okay, it's now ready. Instance state. Now I'm going to refresh it again. It's not showing. Termination protection is enabled. So you can easily enable and disable termination protection from actions here. Change termination protection, enable. Instance settings, termination protection, save. So on the state, let me refresh, select. Now we can terminate the instance. Now try to terminate the instance. The instance state will now successfully be terminated. Exploring EC2 limits. Amazon provides different resources that you can use. These resources include limits. Left navigation pane, choose limits. I'm going to terminate that. We are going to see limits here. Okay. There is a limit on the number of instances that you can launch in this region. When launching an instance, the request must not cause you usage to exceed the current instance limit in that region. You can request an increase for many of these limits. Now it's completed, and we are going to complete the end lab. Okay, that was all for today. Next one, we are going to do the network. We are going to learn about networks and practice the lab. So hopefully we can get the badge from there as well. But I think EC2 instance creation, it is getting easier and easier. And if you haven't done more practices, you can do them. I have all them in my YouTube channel, and you can practice them as well. Just go and check the sources, and you will see in each video you will see the sources of them under the video, and you can practice with me. I will see you in my next video. Bye.